Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pete, they call me Scooby. Today we're doing a comparison this time between the three windshields. I got the Clearview shields, the medium, which is about 12 inches tall. I got the Klockwerks Windshield, which is about 8 inches. And we got the 10 inch from Advanblack. As you can see, the 10 inch is shorter than the 8 inch. But it's 38 degrees out, it's freezing out, my hands are frozen already, and I'm wearing just a light hoodie with my vest. I want to get the real world feeling of all these windshields on me. So stick around to the end of the video, find out which one I send back. We're going to start this review with the Clearview shields, and then I'm going to work my way to the Klockwerks shield. I'm not going to put the Advanblack windshield on there because that's just horrible.
So this is going to be the experiment. I'm not going to do much unnecessary talking. I'm going to ride the same road. I'm going to try to hit the same speeds with the Klockwerks windshield and the Clearview windshield. And at the end, I'll give you my final thoughts on which one I think is better for me. Anyway. Alright guys, take 3. This is my 3rd attempt to record this video. First video, I forgot to turn this camera on when I was doing my review on my Clearview shield. So, second attempt, I forgot the SD card at home. It's one of those videos that you just want to quit already. But I was like, I gotta get these out for these guys. So don't forget to hit that like button already. So this is now 3 days later, or whatever it is, I don't even know. It's a week later, actually. So here we got the Clearview shields. I'm going to be doing a quick test ride. I'm going to do some mild city riding / back roads. We're going to get up to speeds of about 40 miles an hour. Maybe a little bit higher. I don't know, we'll see, depending on traffic. And then we're going to hit the freeway, and I'm going to try to explain to you guys everything that I can feel coming out of the Clearview shield. This is the medium one, so it's about 12 inches tall. We got a Hoonigan Hyundai in front of us. So here we are, 40 miles an hour. I can feel the wind. Now this, I'm going to get into a little bit more detail at the end of this video between all the windshields. It's going to be regarding the Clearview, the Klockwerks, and the Advanblack, and find out which one I'm going to send back. So here we are, 40 miles an hour. I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath this. It's 51 degrees. I got the light hoodie on so I can feel the cold. And that's what I did in my first video, even though it was colder in my first video. But it's still 51 degrees. It's still chilly. So I can feel the breeze under my armpits. I'm going to lift the visor. I put my shield down. Let me get back up to 40 miles an hour. I can feel the wind right about here, and it's hitting me right at the top of my forehead, right at the top of the bridge of my nose. So that's where I'm feeling the wind on my helmet. So if you wear a beanie helmet, or if you're in a state where you don't wear helmets and you don't wear any helmets, I strongly don't recommend it. I always say wear your helmets. And yeah, so that's where the wind's hitting me. I'm at 50 right now. It's actually above it's at the top of my forehead right now. Like, the faster you go, the higher that little wind gets. So I'm at the top of my forehead, and on my arms, I can feel it hitting my armpits. It's riding all underneath here. Now we're gonna hit the freeway a little bit. All right, at 75 miles an hour, I'm getting wind buffeting. The wind is very distorted. Like, my hand is feel like it's going back and forth. Like, if I put my hand up here, it's going back and forth. Right up here is where I start feeling the wind. and it hits me more or less same spot. Little buffeting. That was at 75 miles an hour. The buffeting gets a little worse the faster I go. It's not as bad as the Krator, the original Krator fairing though. So I'm getting obviously the same breeze on my arms, my chest. I'm not really feeling it. I only feel like the wind is just riding around my arms and hitting me this way. But I don't feel no direct wind. I am feeling it a little in my chest, and I think it's just the way it's funneling in. And that's at 80 miles an hour. And if you think you can duck, try to get away from the buffeting, not really, because I'm getting distorted wind right around here. Like I feel like there's a suction right here and pushback over here. So we're gonna go home. I'm gonna swap out for the Clearview now for the Klockwerks. Stay tuned. I want to mention that I want you guys to take notice is the actual clarity of this windscreen. This is the dark gray, the medium one, which is about 12.5 inches tall. This has a if you look, it's got like more of like a smoky look to it. This windscreen felt really stable on the freeway. It looked pretty planted. I didn't see it wobble. I didn't see it do any funky stuff. No flexing. No, it didn't fold in half on me. In my previous video, I mentioned that my blinker hits this windscreen right here. That was an issue with the neck frame from this fairing. I'll explain that in another video. So now, lock to lock, and don't hit. This one is 1.5 inches wider. I'm gonna do like a little 360 video. You're gonna see that right now, and then we'll switch to the Klockwerks. The noise level, the wind level coming off of this, hitting my helmet, not bad at all. Alright guys, so now we got the Klockwerks windscreen. I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up, or the microphone rather, but at about 25 miles an hour I get a little whistling sound. Let's see if that can if the camera will pick it up. Can you hear that? So, let me tell you what I'm feeling at 40, 45, 50 miles an hour, between 40 and 50. So this one, I feel a little less wind on my, like my underarms. On my head, I'm feeling the wind. I can feel it on the sides more than directly above me. Like off to the side, I can feel it right here. Didn't see that pothole. Facing forward, like I feel it slightly above my my forehead. I feel like this one gives me a little bit more wind protection at the slower speeds at the top of my head. But on the sides of my head, I feel it more. Another thing I want you to notice is the clarity of this windscreen. This one has more of a black tint to it, and it's a little bit better to see through. So at 75 miles an hour, know if you can tell, but there's a lot more shake on my fairing. Now we're doing about 80. I can feel that shake in the bike now. I can feel that little vibration in the frame of the bike. Now on me, I can definitely feel more wind hitting my arms and my chest. Like from this point on, it's definitely a heavier wind. And on my head, it hits me right above my eyebrows at the higher speeds. 75. There is a little bit of wind buffeting. This, believe it or not, even though I feel like I'm getting more wind to my head, I feel like there is less wind buffeting on my helmet. Still getting it, but it's a little less than the Clearview. I don't know if it's a little less or pretty much the same, honestly. Can you hear that whistling sound? We have a whistling dyno. So now here's another thing, ready? That blinker hits that windshield. That blinker hits that windshield. This one's actually a little wider than the Clearview shields. It's wider on the top somehow. I don't see it though. Maybe it's pushed back because of the recurve. But I'm not worried about it because see how flexible this windscreen is? Like it not left any marks on there. The Clearview, it leaves a mark when I tap it. So now I'm going to finish this video up in the shed. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys.
Alright guys, so I know I forgot to mention something. I forgot to mention that the wind noise on the Klockwerks is very minimum. Just like the Clearview shield. Both very minimum. And I got you on full frame, I just noticed, instead of wide view. I am not doing this a fourth time, so sorry guys. So let me just show you a little thing here. So that's the Klockwerks. It's definitely a nice looking windshield. Here is the Clearview. Can you see the difference in clarity? The Clearview has more of a smoked look to it. That one's got a nice clean black look. You can see right through it. And this one, it's harder to see through. The Clearview is definitely wider, as you can tell, at the bottom. This is vent to vent, nut to nut. You can see the Clearview is wider. The Klockwerks is wider at the top though. The Clearview is about 1.5 inches taller in the center and about 2 inches taller on the ends. The Klockwerks is wider at the top. Let me put this away before I drop it and scratch it. So which one am I going to keep? I am keeping the Clearview. I feel like it's a better all-around windscreen for my Dyna Street Bob with the ST Fairing on it. The Klockwerks definitely has it on the looks and the clarity, but the overall function, I'm going to give that to Clearview windscreen. You get better wind protection, less vibration. This one is softer on the top. You can see that? I get more vibration. I can feel that vibration on the, I'm actually going to take this apart. I'll talk about that in another video because we had a little incident. So I'm going to take it apart, make sure everything's good. And but I definitely feel the vibration of this windscreen on the fairing, which translates into the bike, and I can feel it on my butt. When the Clearview windscreen, I don't get any vibration on it, and this one is definitely a lot thicker. You can definitely see the difference. The Clearview windscreen is definitely a thicker windshield. It's got less play in it. It's more rigid. I'm not getting paid by any of these companies. I pay for both of these windscreens, my hard-earned money, and I say it like it is, to the best that I can. But anyway, Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. If I missed anything, let me know. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.